Young children experience a whole host of different emotions every single day of their lives. In just a 5-minute period, some children can go from extreme joy to anger, to being super miserable or upset, to being shocked, and then back to joy again as though nothing had ever happened. It's an absolute roller coaster, and it takes children a long time to understand what the emotions are that they're feeling and also how to see those in other people. Luckily, there is something that can really help you with this process. It's emotion games. And in this video, I've teamed up with my colleague Kelly Shields, and we're going to go through 8 of our favourite emotion games for young children. So let's take a look. Game number 1, this is a fantastic one to learn about all sorts of facial expressions. This is pairs emotions. The idea of this is children sit in pairs, looking at each other. One child's a leader to start with. That child is going to make some kind of emotion on their face. It could be a smiley face, this kind of thing. They could do like an unhappy face or a frown, all that kind of stuff. The friend is basically going to try and copy. It's like a kind of mirroring activity. So if one's doing the smile, the other one does a smile. If they do a scowl, the other one does a scowl. And it's good if they can talk about it as well. You know, they can say, that's a smile, or that's an unhappy face, all that kind of thing. Just very simple mirroring activity. I'll hand you over to Kelly for number 2.
Okay, number 2 is weather feelings. So this is about understanding what those feelings are and identifying them. So the good thing with this game is they're going to be having some fun with feelings. So it's about their feeling forecast and relating it to the weather. So you might have rain clouds as feeling unhappy. You may have sunshine as feeling happy. So it's making a connection between feelings and the weather and then talking about their feelings forecast for the day. So it's quite rainy today outside, but actually mine is quite a sunny day.
Oh, happy days, happy days. Number 3 is the Don't Laugh Challenge. This is a big one on sort of YouTube, and a lot of children will know about this anyway. But the children sit in pairs again, look at each other, and one is the leader again, and one is going to be kind of listening. The person who's the leader is going to try and make the other one laugh. They're going to be doing all their best funny faces, silly jokes, silly noises, whatever, and they're going to try and make the other person laugh. Their challenge is they can't smile, they can't laugh, just got to sit there with a deadpan face. Just a great one for like a team builder activity, and it's having fun together and also thinking about emotions as well.
And the next one is hugging games. So the power of a hug, there's lots of different ways that you can get children hugging and hugging themselves and hugging each other. So some of the ones that we thought about were musical hugs. So you play the music and when it stops, they can either hug themselves or hug the person next to them. Also hugging relays. So it's your relay, so there's children on one side and then one has to run to the end and come back, and then they pass the hug on to the next child. And there's also games like Huggy Bear, where you can shout hug one person or 2 people or 3 people, and it breaks down barriers and people can really connect with a hug.
Absolutely. Next is hide your mouth. The idea of this is another sitting in pairs game. One child again is going to be the leader. They're going to hide their mouth literally. What they're going to do, they're going to do some kind of emotion face. It could be a big smile, or it could be a scowl, whatever it is. But they're going to be hiding their mouth, and their friend is going to try and guess what it is. It's all about interpreting, the kind of messages you send out with your eyes and your face, and all the kind of other parts of our face that move, not just our mouths. So, like a smile, for example, your cheeks are moving up, your eyes are kind of going up a bit. A frown, maybe go like a wrinkly forehead, all that kind of thing. Have a few goes, then swap over, and the other person has a go of hiding their mouth. Brilliant.
So emotion jars, it's the one that I have at home. So these are great, and if you give them a really good shake, the glitter moves around inside the jars, and there can be a moment of calm and reflection, and children can just look at the different shapes and patterns that are made and think about their feelings and how it makes them feel.
Beautiful stuff. Okay, next one is walking around emotions. This is quite an adult-led game. You get the children sitting in a circle. I would have 3 pictures for this. You want a picture of a happy face, just a very simple drawn happy face, an unhappy face as well, a sad face, and an angry face, so 3 pictures. Then you put them in the middle of the circle. Pick one child to go first. That person is going to pretend to be one of those emotions. They might pretend to be happy, for example. What they're going to do, they're going to walk around the circle pretending to be that emotion. So if they're happy, they might be kind of, big happy face, and sort of skipping around. If they're unhappy, they might have a really miserable face, droopy shoulders, all that kind of stuff. If they're angry, they might be stamping around with a furious face, and it's all that kind of stuff. Everyone tries to guess what emotion they are, point at the picture, then someone else has to go, and it's kind of as simple as that.
And the last one is emotion art, but there are loads of different ways that you can do emotion art. You could give the children a selection of colours, and you could name a feeling, and they could paint the feeling. So you might say, angry feeling, and they might choose sort of darker colours or red colours and things that they associate with that colour. Or you might just have lots of different things out, and you might try and channel them emotions through music. You might play some happy music or some quite dark classical music. Different ways to get the emotions out of the children and into art.
If you found those emotion games useful, then please do subscribe to this channel. There's free content like this every week that is fantastic for anyone working with children between the ages of about 2 to 6, whether you're a parent, a teacher, working in a preschool, anything like that. So yeah, subscribe and hit the bell. Also, if you're interested in learning more about emotions, mindfulness, well-being and all that kind of thing, myself and Kelly, we've put together the ultimate mindfulness and well-being course. It's called the Happy Minds Academy. I'll put a link in the description under this video for you to check it out. But it's a step-by-step guide to this course. It will take your school or nursery or preschool on a journey to become an outstanding mindful setting. We'll show you exactly what to do, the steps to put in place, a full toolkit of mindful activities that will work really well in the real world, and will just hold your hands all the way to success. Okay, that's it for this video, and thanks a lot for watching.